Hey, Devin, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing well, having a good day, and I had a great day at work. So yeah, I'm doing great, bud.
Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it.
You had a good day at work.
Yeah, of course. Every day's a good day when you're a Marine, raw.
I'm gonna laugh with you on that one. Right on. Hey, so currently having a 30 vets in 30 days. This is my 18th episode. Today I'm talking with Devin, and he's a transitioning service member from the Marines. My goal is to put a person behind a picture of a transitioning service member on LinkedIn. Also, I currently have a hashtag tomzacher Veterans Advice YouTube channel, which is where you'll see a full-length video of all these sessions and a LinkedIn group with the same name. My only hard rule is no military profile picture because I created the rules.
Yeah.
But all these views are of myself and not associated with the company that I work for. But today's video, it's about Devin. Who is Devin?
So, hi guys, I'm Devin. I'm a Marine transitioning here at the end of the year. I work in IT, mainly as a system administrator. Kind of work in the network engineering spaces as well. I mean, if you were ever a Marine, you know that they kind of want you to do everything, right? It's the beauty of the military. Transitioning here soon, trying to land and roll in cyber. I've garnered a lot of skills in the last couple of years in regards to cybersecurity. I'm a CISSP, got my cybersecurity analyst plus, sec plus, net plus. So I'm hoping that with my experience and my qualifications, it'll catapult me into a successful career.
Wow, man, you got so much stuff going on. I just look up to you, bro. Because man, I want to get those same things you got going on, except for I got sec plus. That's like
Hey,
the only big one I got. Other than that,
hey man, you're doing better than me. So
it's okay. We both learn from each other, right?
Of course.
Always. Right on. So when are you getting out, and when is your availability for a job?
So I'm getting out here in October. I'm not taking any terminal leave. So I'll be getting out at the end of October and available for employment, that last week of October, first week of November.
Okay. And you already got a whole crap ton of certifications. You have some education going on, or did you have a chance for it with your busy schedule you got going on, or?
Yeah, so I'm currently working towards my bachelor's degree in cybersecurity and information assurance from Western Governors University. I know
Nice.
That's a college that you represent, so
I would say I represent them. I attend them.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I don't know how to get endorsements. Come on. Awesome. So you told me a little bit about what you did in the military. What does that mean to a normal person who's not in the military? I mean, do you play around switches, routers, do configs, run network firewalls? Do you fix PCs, swap hard drives? What do you do?
So, I mean, honestly, like I said, the Marine Corps wants you to be able to do it all. So that's kind of what I do. I work from doing things like, PC maintenance as far as like hardware, stuff like that, swapping out hard drives. I am the lead system administrator at my shop. So I'm kind of like the technical subject matter expert. So I manage all like the Dell servers and the virtual machines. We run, about 25, 30 virtual machines.
Oh,
wow. Using, the ESXi hypervisor, VMware. I am pretty proficient when it comes to like Cisco routing and switching.
Okay.
That's how I got my net plus. So obviously there's some credit there.
Right on.
So yeah, I'm kind of just looked upon to be like the technical advisor and the consultant as far as being able to advise and better let my superiors know what's going on and how things are operationally.
So to me, it sounds like you run the shop.
I do run the shop, yeah. Exactly right, I do.
That is legit. I like that. So do you want to keep doing that after you get out of the military, or you want to try to do something else?
So honestly, the most important thing for me is just expanding my knowledge base. I like the idea. I like IT. I like cyber, but I want to jump into a role where I can further expand my learning, and I want to be able to learn from other people. Because right now it's kind of like I'm looked at as a guy that knows everything in my shop, right? As it pertains to my job,
Sure.
So I want to be put into an environment where everyone around me is, has troves of information that I don't have, and I want to be able to learn from them. So that's kind of what I'm looking for.
That's awesome. I thought I was kind of smart, and then I started my job, and I'm just a newbie guy who has almost nothing knowledge, it feels like most
Right.
days. And hearing some of these other people talk and quote like publications and like AL whatever code out of publication, or AC whatever code, I'm like, I can't regurgitate that. No, I need to go look it up and try to learn how to memorize that stuff. But some people just can just regurgitate that stuff like crazy. I was like,
yeah,
wow, that to me that's impressive. I like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So your next job, what type of title or position name or are you trying to go for?
So ultimately, my goal short term, as soon as I transition, I want to be an information systems security officer. So much like yourself, that's kind of what I want to do. I know it's kind of a position that really is only in the DoD space, but I know they have very, very similar positions with the same kind of roles and responsibility in the civilian sector. That's kind of what I'm searching for, but also I'm open to things like cybersecurity engineer, cybersecurity architect, like maybe a security consultant, stuff like that.
Okay, right on. So here's a good one. How did we first meet? Or do you remember our first conversation that we may have had?
I absolutely do. So I think it was January.
And make sure we keep it PG here in case I wasn't so nice.
Of course. No, it was January, and I realized I was like, man, I'm getting out real soon at the end of this year, 10 months from now, but stuff goes by quick, right?
Absolutely it does.
I was like, I'm connected with you on LinkedIn. You're an ISSO. That's what I want to do. You work for Lockheed Martin. That's the company or the corporation I want to work for. Let me just reach out to this guy, see what's going on. I asked you what it was like to be an ISSO, and boom, just like that, tomzacher was like, hey man, it's freaking awesome. Let me get your number. And then we hopped on a phone call and you talked to me for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, just giving me all this advice, giving me all this information. I was like, this guy's freaking legit. I love this guy. I'm be best friends with this guy. He's so helpful. Anyway, that's pretty much where it started back in January. And here we are.
Awesome.
Like 6 months later.
Yeah. So when some people hit me up and they ask me a question, and see that they're transitioning or maybe they got 6 months out or where are they going on, the way I look at it is if someone's reaching out asking a question because they probably are looking for advice or looking for some help.
Yeah.
And if I know the answer, and of course I get time available, which usually I just create time for that just because I enjoy helping veterans. It's something I enjoy doing. I usually say, hey, what's your number? Or hey, when's a good time to call you? All right now? Cool, let's jump on a Zoom session. Okay. And bam, I end up talking for the next, like I said, hour and a half, 2 hours, just giving loads of information. And I usually make sure you have the notebook available or something because it's maybe some good info to write down. So
yeah, that was it was kind of invaluable, and it honestly kickstarted my transition. And I'd like to think that I'm doing better than the average service member because I had the idea to reach out, and you were so helpful. And I continue to reach out to other people and the people that you kind of directed me towards. So you're kind of like you're the focal point of all of my successes right now. So
wow, it's really awesome. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah,
appreciate it. So SkillBridge, are you eligible for one? Are you going to be able to do one? Or
so I'm glad you asked. I was actually just accepted to a corporate fellowship, or I was extended the offer for a corporate fellowship by Lockheed Martin.
Oh, wow.
About 2 weeks ago. You're one of very few people I've told so far, just because I didn't want to get it out there and, be too excited about it. But I'm very excited for the opportunity, and I will be going down to Fort Worth at the end of this month and working at Lockheed Martin Aeronautics as a training to be a systems engineer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that sounds, man, I couldn't even do it. Actually, you know what? I didn't really have much knowledge about SkillBridge when I was transitioning. I heard about it, but I thought it was one of those things called you gotta put the request in a year out, and I was right around 6 months out, and I didn't want to ask questions. And towards the end of my transition, I just didn't want to talk to leadership. I didn't want to talk to a lot of people because the less they knew me, the less they knew, the less they talked to me, the less they thought about me,
Right.
and the more freedom I had.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But maybe that's just me, or maybe that's a lot of transition military. And I was like, I don't want to submit paperwork. I don't want to submit requests. I don't want to ask for help because I don't want someone to get in my business and ask me a bunch of questions that I don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should listen to more people. Maybe I should listen to more people when I transitioned out. But just me personally, some of the people that I worked with, I just didn't care for too much.
Yeah. I think it's all about reaching out to the right people,
And very much so, yes. And the right people you meet, you reach out to, usually they have a whole bunch of information and a whole bunch of, I tried this, so I did this, and I did this, and this is the way it worked out for me, and I did this. So yeah. So speaking of people, resources and such, what type of resources or people or organizations or webinars that may have helped you out?
So yeah, I'm glad you bring that up. Well, first of all, I've already said it. You were the, you're the number one guy for me as far as, helping me navigate my transition. So big shout out to you.
Thanks, bro.
Another big name. I know you know him, and I know a lot of, service members in LinkedIn know him, but Domingo, he's a recruiter for Lockheed Martin. He himself is a veteran, and he's also been very helpful as far as getting me help and getting me kind of like in Lockheed Martin, getting my name out there.
Awesome.
Anthony Gilbert, he's also a member of Lockheed Martin. More pertains to helping military members transition. He helped me get accepted into Lockheed Martin's Handshake to Hire program.
Nice.
Elizabeth Adams, she was my point of contact for actually getting the SkillBridge corporate fellowship. Excuse me. Tyrone Hewitt, he was actually one of the first names you gave to me, many months ago, and he helped me with my my VA claim. He gave me that information and gave me the resources I needed to be able to do that kind of thing, because that was one of the things where I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing, dude. Like I don't even know where to begin. And he was just like, he hopped on like a 45-minute phone call with me and just gave me all the information I needed. Also, Alexander McCreary. I know you don't know him. He's actually my ACP mentor.
Okay.
So he's been helping me for the last few months as far as navigating my transition, how to go from the military environment to the corporate environment. So big shout out to him.
ACP is an awesome organization.
Yeah. So that'll bring me to, the American Corporate Partnership. They offer things like that. They offer the ability to connect you with a mentor to help you transition from the military to the, corporate world. That's the industry that's, run by Brian Arrington. It's been instrumental in getting my name out there and, connecting with other veterans and connecting with people that want to help veterans transition. So freaking amazing resource. Of all the resources I could probably recommend, that would probably be number one, to be honest. And then Hire Years USA, they have tons of resources. They were able to help me specifically with like my resume, give me some pointers, give me some tips on how to build an effective resume to, get your face in front of like hiring managers and get interviews, stuff like that. So I know I didn't name, all of the resources I've used, all the people that have helped me, but these are the big ones that I can think of right now and that really stand out as to being very helpful during, my transition.
You mentioned a whole bunch of awesome names and organizations that are out there. And yeah, so Tyrone, he's helped me out personally also with some things. He's helped me learn how to do some things personally, and amazing resource. All the names you mentioned, I think I've talked to all of them on the phone, actually.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to Betsy Adams on the phone.
No.
But I haven't talked to her yet. But everybody else you mentioned, I've talked to them on the phone. Yeah. And they work for Lockheed. They know I enjoy sending Skype messages. So yes.
Oh, yeah.
But so I sent her a lot of Skype messages before. But yeah, I talked to Brian on the phone. Yeah, all awesome people. Right on. So you talking about your education certifications. What would you consider your top achievement and maybe one of your failures that you've been able to bounce back from, maybe if you were able to bounce back?
So honestly, best achievement, easy one for me. Obtaining my CISSP. I'm sure that doesn't come as a surprise because that is typically regarded as one of the best cybersecurity certifications you can get.
That's like a gold standard.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what they say on the website too. It's the gold standard. It really proves that you kind of have a holistic view of what it is, to run a cybersecurity program all the way from the ground up. So I'm very proud of that. I went from, I passed that exam with, at the time I had just under 4 years of experience in IT. So I'm incredibly proud of that. My biggest shortcoming, biggest failure. That's one you don't think about too often, Honestly, my biggest failure that I can think of that happened recently is I failed my CCNA exam. Yeah. Yeah. I was pretty bummed out about that. It ruined my perfect my perfect streak of passing certification exams, but I didn't let it get to me. I bounced back, started studying, and then I went on to pass another certification exam. So it was kind of like, this doesn't define me. So whatever, I'll just keep chugging along, doing what I know to do, and just get back at it.
Awesome. So you go to work with a new company.
Yeah.
The onboarding process. I realize you haven't started working with the company, but what would you think? What would you think would be part of an onboarding process that you're looking forward to?
So honestly, I'm just really excited for that, for the transition in the new environment. I really want to get acclimated to what it's like to be in, a corporate world. It's vastly different from military. That's, it really is just kind of obvious. So I'm excited to fit in that new position, fit in that new role, fit in that new world, and then, just start to learn. I'm really excited to learn regardless of where I go. So that's really what I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. So something that I'll say is may sound kind of weird, but if you want to work over 40 hours, you need to get permission. You don't just go over 40 hours and make sure nobody knows.
Okay.
You don't just stay there all day to get the job done. You come back the next day, you work on the same job. Sure, you can stay all day, but it all depends on your work schedule. Yeah. If you're able to flex your time a little bit, sure, put in maybe 11 hours one day. Maybe the next day, put in 7 or 8 hours. That way you can balance out an 8 or 9 hour day, right?
Right.
Or whatever your daily work schedule needs to be for hours. So that was a new thing to me. I wasn't used to that.
Yeah, I'm definitely no stranger to anywhere from like 12 to, my longest work day was 16 hours, man. I was there from like 7 a.m. to 11 at night. And it was just like, well, they expect me to get the job done. So I guess I'll stay and do it, right? So,
and it got done, right?
Of course it got done, But yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely something that'll be new to me.
So you've been focusing on your transition, we'll say since January, right?
Yeah.
What type of struggles or stress you may have going on with the trans, or is everything going smooth sailing? Yes, everything's easy and you just gotta wait to get out.
Yeah. Well, obviously things are looking good, right? But I'm still anxious because at the end of the day, I'm getting out of the Marine Corps and I don't have a job solidified after the Marine Corps, So until that first day of work after the Marine Corps, if it even comes, right? Mm-hmm. There's always going to be some level of anxiety in the back of my mind where it's like, what if I don't get a job? What if I can't collect a paycheck and care for, myself and my family? So, I mean, that's just kind of the biggest fear, but, I know that I'm doing pretty much everything that I can, and I'm getting all the help that I need to make sure I have a successful transition.
Awesome.
Gotta trust the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah. So I fully understand, John, that the anxiety of not having a job. I mean, the military, we're so used to either you do 1 tour or you do 5 tours. You know where you're going 8, 9 months out, maybe 6 months out. You know where you're going to go next. You know what you're going to do next.
Right.
You know what your job title is going to be. You know what school you have en route. You know this stuff. And then you get out of the military, you're like, I don't have anybody pushing me anymore.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody telling me what to do. I can do it on my own. Sounds great. But even me, I need people to help me. I need people to push me along. I look for encouragement from others because sometimes I don't have my own encouragement going on for myself. But yeah, uncertainty is definitely a regular concern that everybody has.
Yep.
And fortunately, unfortunately, it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Some companies can't project to hire somebody 6 months out. Usually it's like 1 to 2 months out, they'll hire you.
That's something that I learned recently is like, I thought if I applied, 6, 7 months out, they'll just hire me and wait for me. It's like, nope, that's not how it works out there, man. Like, they have quotas to me. They have deadlines to me. Like they need this position filled because I need them to do this job, So yeah, I didn't realize that, stupid of me, but it's the reality of it. So
you know what? I did the same thing. I applied for jobs 8 months out and I didn't ever get any calls back. I'm like, man, what the heck's going on here? I don't get it.
Yeah.
6 months I applied for jobs. Still nothing. I was like, man, I need to talk to some people because I don't get it. I don't understand it. When then finally someone gave me a little realization factor. Companies don't project to lose people. So in terms of a 2-week notice, that may actually take 1 to 2 months to hire somebody into that role. Mm-hmm. And then you got to make sure the person understands how that company does their policies and what tools that company uses and everything else like that. So it may not sound very happy, but the way I look at it is you're more important closer to the time you can start work. And that's nothing that a military person wants to hear. They want something set in stone 3 or 4 months out, guaranteed, no kidding. I'm going here. I'm going to move here. I'm going to move to this apartment. I'm moving to this house here. I'm going to go buy this house. I'm going to go set this up, because everything in your mind is a checklist, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden you have no checklist. Everything doesn't work the way you planned on it. And that's when anxiety starts to really kick in. So yeah, fully got it. Awesome. So, I've asked you a lot of questions. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. So, I'm nearing my end of my transition, and we talked about kind of what I feared, but so what was your biggest fear as you were transitioning? I mean, you transitioned after 20 years, so it's a little different. But what were you uncertain about? What did you kind of fear moving from doing half your life in the military and then transitioning to a corporate world?
I feared that I would not have enough knowledge.
Really? So imposter syndrome.
Yeah, very. I mean, sure, we all look good on paper, and that sounds great on paper. Doing an interview, I had a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
I don't know, 10, 15, 20 interviews. Great, right? A lot of those interviews, I got told no after the interview. So next thing you know, I was thinking, man, I thought I had everything on my resume you wanted. I thought I talked pretty well. I thought I did the interview pretty well. And they say no. I was like, sorry, try again next time. I was like, crap, dude, man, what the heck am I doing wrong here? And then you start to sit here and 20 question yourself and start to wonder if you're even good enough or even smart enough for that role, or what someone on the other end even looking for in the first place. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did a lot of that actually. And I reached out to even more people. I think you reach out to more people, the closer you are, or the more anxiety you may be having, the more people you reach out to, or at least that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the fear of not being smart enough for the group that you work with. And I still don't think I am, but somehow they kept me around, right?
Must be a really good learner.
Or just, I think I work pretty hard and I ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a smart person at work. I just think I have a good work ethic.
Yeah. That can go a long way, but I'm sure your coworkers think, the other thing about you where it's like, hey, this guy's pretty smart. He's just doesn't have the confidence in himself. So maybe, you spend all this time putting confidence in veterans. Why can't you put confidence in yourself?
It's probably an oxymoron. I try to boost everyone up and talk to everyone else and tell them all this great stuff and tell them some things. And sometimes I eat my own reality. I need to tell myself the own stuff. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Awesome. So that was a really great question. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
So you got 4 months or so left, about 4 months or so, 4 or 5 months. Over the next 4 or 5, say 6, 7 months, what can I do to help you, if anything?
Honestly, just staying in touch, being a friend. Like, I just want to be a friend, man. I mean, you've done more than enough, I think, most people would do to help me and just help the community in general. So, I just want to maintain a good relationship, brother. I have fun talking to you and BSing with you. So just want to keep going, man.
I'm all about BS. No, that sounds wrong. Yeah, I enjoy grilling on my grill. Yes.
Okay. Same.
Awesome. Well, hey, you know what? Personally, I know you're going to have a successful career starting out, okay? But also, me personally, I don't believe things till I see it. I got to see it to believe it, even for my own self. Mm-hmm. Someone's like, yeah, man, you did really well on the test. I'm like, cool, man. Let me take the test. Then you let me know. Okay. I kind of have to see it, feel it to believe it. If I don't, then I just don't believe it.
Yeah.
So right on, man. Well, hey, you know what? You have a great evening. It was really awesome talking with you. You having time to sit down and talk to me. Mm-hmm. Much appreciated. And it was really excited I got you on the series, man.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for having me, Tom. It's a great conversation, and I hope to talk to you later, brother.
All right, bro. Take care, dude.
See ya.